Well, a group of family and friends of the Israeli hostages visiting Melbourne were forced to seek shelter at a police station after they were confronted by pro-Palestine protesters in the lobby of their city hotel. For more, we're joined by Dr. Dvir Abramovich from the Anti-Defamation Commission. Good afternoon to you, Dvir. Now, you've spoken to the friends and family of the hostages. What did they have to say and how are they doing?
I spoke to them last night and I spoke to them today. These families have gone through hell, and they're suffering on a daily basis. They shared their stories yesterday with the Jewish community, and when they came back to the hotel, they were confronted by an angry, raging mob with megaphones and banners blocking their entrance to go back to their rooms. And they were absolutely shocked to the core. This was vicious and this was cruel. And when I spoke to them, they said to me, "We cannot believe that this is happening in your city." It was a stab in the heart for those people who are still anguished and are still concerned about the welfare of their relatives.
This, fair to say, this overstepped the boundaries and they were fearful last night.
They were fearful for their life. They thought this would explode into violence, and it could have exploded into violence. And things got so bad that they actually had to seek refuge at a police station and spend there 2 hours until they could come back to their hotel room.
I wanted to ask you, are you satisfied by the response from politicians and police so far?
What happened last night was a day of shame for our state, and Melbourne is fast becoming the anti-Semitism capital of our country. And I have a very clear message to Jacinta Allen. Premier, this is a state of emergency for the Jewish community. And unless your government takes forceful and decisive action against these agents of evil, against these anti-Israel radicals who are turning our streets into a battlefield and are tearing to shreds the reputation of this city, being Jewish in Victoria, Dougal, will not just be a liability. It would mean that we are targets for racism, for harassment and for violence. And if Jews are not safe, nobody is safe.
Are you satisfied as well by the response from the police? Because something bad could have happened last night.
Not just that. It could have, of course, turned into violence, maybe even deadly violence. But the very fact that none of these individuals was arrested speaks volumes about the need for change. I mean, it's almost as if we're sending a message to these extremists. It's open season on the Jewish community, and you can continue with your campaign of anti-Semitism and intimidation. These cannot stand.
Just finally for us, Dvir, there is a right to a peaceful protest. Where does that line begin and end, do you think?
Yeah. Well, make no mistake, what we are seeing in the city and what we saw yesterday is not about the right to protest. It's about the right to intimidate, to harass and to threaten. And this is a frontal assault on our way of life. Melbourne will never be the same again, the inclusive multicultural city that we love and cherish, if we allow this tsunami of hatred to continue.
All right, Dr. Dvir Abramovich from the Anti-Defamation Commission, thank you very much for your time today.
Appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.